cross-selling opportunities that you are targeting as well. You said that you are mining that data. Let's hope we get some more clarity on that as a result of it as well, and the conversions, etc. We'll talk about that in our future conversations. With that, let's move on and talk about the retail space now. Channel checks by brokerages suggest that there has been a sharp drop in discretionary consumption post the festive season. Lalit Agarwal, who's the founder and MD at V-Mart Retail, now joins in. Lalit, how has the third quarter been? If you could, break that into two halves. Festive season, I presume, would have been extremely good with the weddings kicked in as well. But then thereafter, was there a slump? Was that noticeable? What are your thoughts?
Good morning. It has been a little difficult year and difficult quarter as well. Initially, definitely festival started with a good bang, but still we did not see a huge response in festival. For North India retail, I think winter has played a very good. Winter played very well, and post the festival, for us, winter did well, and we saw a lot of footfall walking in because of both winter season as well as marriage season. So that came in. And once again, in the December month, we are seeing a little lull, and then people are once again, the winter was not there for the last 15 days, and then now once again in this week we are seeing winter coming back. So it is once again coming back. So largely it is driven by seasonality or festival or the need in the family, which is wedding. So need-based shopping is happening, but other than that, the aspirational levels are not getting met because there is a stress in the customer's pocket. So we are seeing a little dull from that perspective if we compare it from the pre-COVID levels.
Agarwal, good morning. Would you say the majority of this muted kind of picture that you're painting for us is more structural and not seasonal, which is, as you said, high sticky inflation, hurting consumer wallets, people deferring discretionary purchases apart from what is essential? Would you say majority is, sort of economy inflation related, so that in that sense more structural?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is what we have been talking about and I have been talking about. So this whole inflationary pressure which came in and which is coming only for that mass and that mass consumer who lives in primarily rural as well as semi-urban India. And they who earn between 20,000 to 30,000 rupees, for them, large part of their basket used to be that core fundamental raw material of that food-related inflation, vegetable, rice, oil, wheat. So all of that has really impacted him. So most of that inflation is still there. If we compare it from the 1920 level, it is still there, and it is creeped in almost 25% extra budget has gone into that particular consumption. So there is a pressure on that particular consumer segment, and that pressure he is not able to, what we call this whole luxury or the need based. Actually, whatever is the need based is getting consumed, but whatever is aspirational based, for that today they are not able to meet up with their demands.
Okay, can you help us with some numbers? What is the sales per square feet that you've seen, say by the end of FY23? Where will you be? And what are you targeting in FY24? Just to get a sense of which way things are headed.
We normally target around 700 to 750 rupees per square feet per month. And that's what our targets are. And we are somewhere close to 700, but still not there. So we have versus the targets, we have a little dull, and that's what we have. But yeah, in FY24, I mean, still this inflationary pressure continues for first quarter. But yeah, largely we believe that by the second quarter, we should be able to get back to the normalcy period, and we should be able to see a little lesser inflation then. And we will see a good sales coming back. We should target at least 800 rupees per square feet in the FY24 year.
So in FY24, you're targeting 800 rupees per square feet per month, right?
Yeah, that's for the V-Mart business, but for the unlimited business, it is still lower. They are playing right now 100 rupees lesser than the V-Mart business.
What you're saying is kind of concerning for everyone who's been looking at your business. That's primarily because if people aren't buying aspirational products, they're not high margin products. Need-based products have normalized margins. This at a time when your margins have dipped from what 15% in the first quarter to 11% in the second quarter. So I wanted your thoughts on margins, one. And secondly, also the kind of customers that are not buying a lot more are also the kind of customers that you were targeting to sell online. I mean, online was just about 10% of your business You intended to take it to about 20% of your business with LimeRoad's acquisition, etc. as well. So how are those two verticals panning out for you? One on the margin front, and secondly, online?
See, I mean, both the areas, margin, if I just tell you, definitely there is a pressure on the margin. But this pressure is just not because of Q1 and Q2. I think largely we have always seen in our trend, in our margin trend, always Q1 is always a good quarter. Q2 normally is a bad quarter for us in terms of margin, because that's not a fresh season or a fresh festival season margins. So normally it is a trend. As a trend, if I see year on year, we are hovering rightly. But margin, I think is a pressure point. If we don't have the like to like growth or like for like growth, and if we don't see quantitative consumption growing, there is a pressure which will build up, because the cost is definitely rising, both from the commodity perspective as well as the expense perspective. So there is a pressure which will be there in the margin for the entire year. And as far as online sales are concerned, I think we are seeing traction there, both from the V-Mart Retail.com as well as the LimeRoad that we have acquired, and the marketplaces that we are doing. So we are increasing our share there. But definitely there are a lot of plans for the LimeRoad which is going to come in. We will need some more time for that business to get stabilized and get galloping.
Sure. So you're saying that there is a discretionary purchases are suffering. It's been a lull in December so far, and there is pressure on margins. Would that lead to you slowing down in your store additions? Because so far I think you have about 405 stores in total. What are the store openings that you're looking at, and would you go easy because of the situation at hand?
So, I think these are store openings are not short-term decisions. I see this inflationary pressure as a short-term problem which is there in our demography, and this doesn't continue. So store opening is a long-term decision, and we believe that there is a great opportunity for India and the tier 2, tier 3 towns. So there is a large opportunity, and we are definitely putting our plans of expansion as it was, and we are actually exceeding those. So we already reached almost 411 stores now, and we will be opening more stores even in this particular year and the next year also.
Quickly before we let you go, what are your targets for this year in terms of same-store sales growth and the next year?
So I may not be able to tell you right now, but yeah, same-store sales growth looks a little difficult in this particular year. But in the next year, definitely same-store sales growth, I'm just comparing it from the 2019 pre-COVID level. But if I look at from the 21-22 levels, it will definitely be positive. It will be, I can't tell you the number right now, but yeah, we will see some good number coming in.
All right. Thanks a lot for that, Mr. Agarwal. All the best. And you have been sounding a bit of caution, or at least have a cautionary tone in your voice. Let's see. Hopefully, things should improve when we speak next. With that, it's curtains down on this edition of Bazaar. The mid-cap index is firing now, up about 228 odd points. So once again, volatility getting back into the system. It's not new to us. But for now, the bulls have it and are having the upper hand.
All right. We'll wrap up on this edition of Bazaar. We'll